So now what we're doing is we're sitting in this back eddy, and you can see it's a big swirl with a dead spot, and we're covering all kinds of water trying to fish this. And so the advantage of these boats is, one, is how stable they are. Like, I can basically sit on this flat. I've got current going that way, I've got current going this way, and I can just sit here, and just by little bitty taps of the oar, I can just sit in one spot. And that's why they're so popular for the fly fishing side of it, especially here in Idaho, and I mean everywhere. Obviously, we sell these things all over the country. You name it, pretty much every state, there's someone dry fly fishing or fishing out of it, fly fishing. We're selling these boats to them, and that's one of the big features, is that how stable they are. One, you can move all over the place, and two, I can just sit in these little back eddies for hours, and then pretty soon we just roll right out and go right down through it. So it handles all kinds of the different water, and being able to just set with little bitty strokes and handle it. And then if you have to row hard to really slow down and to get lots of shots at a bank, they have the design of the boat with the tunnel hull and the Gulfstream bottoms that allows you to break that surface tension and push those boats up. And we kind of lift them up on plane when you're pulling really hard. But what's cool with these guys, with the Gulfstream bottom, instead of getting pulled all the way through it, it disperses that weight, pushes the water different ways, and so you never get like the suction, so to speak. It keeps the boat really nimble and on top of the water. And you can tell when you pull really hard in certain pieces of water, you see me just about the end of your fly line. They'll really start to back off and come up on the plane. And the one thing that we have is our eddy, which is our #1 selling boat. It is really super nimble. It has the ability to crab crawl, which we can talk about. It's a stroke where you change the angle, and it's really popular, especially on rivers where you got to do a lot of back rowing and a lot of rowing around things and through things. Like the guys on the Green River love it. Guys over on Casper love it, because they do a lot of micro adjustments, from where you're just barely moving the boat left or right, just barely moving it. And so that's really popular. The eddy, or the LP that we're in today, is more of a straight line boat. So when we're trying to cross, so I'm going to do a little crab crawl here, and we're going to work our way across this little flat. And this is this crab stroke where I'm just slowly stroking, and we're going to work out into the current without having to turn the boat a lot. That way Matt can continue to fish this top of this flat. On this river, the guides like LPs just because it's a fast current river, and they drop their oars a lot, and so when they drop the oars, the boat will stay tracking straight. But I would still say that if we were to talk about it, I would bet you that it's probably still a 50-50 on this river, eddies and LPs. You know, when we get a call on the phone, or when we get an opportunity to talk to somebody, pretty much the first question we always ask is, what river are you going to be using this boat on? And from that will give us an avenue to where, you know, what rivers. So we have, Matt and I both been with this company over 20 years, and so we have vast knowledge of pretty much every river in the United States, and what we've sold on those rivers. We've tried to fish most of those rivers. And the ability for us is that we start the conversation with, okay, what's your rowing experience, and what river are you going to use it on? And so when we get those two questions answered, what's your rowing experience and what river you're going to be fishing, then from there we can start suggesting boats and what we sell and what other guys are doing. Obviously we have pro staff on rivers that are, you know, and so their feedback comes back to us. Like we've got a pro staff in Tennessee, Patrick Fulcrot, he's incredible. We've got pro staff guys in Montana, Tim Linehan, Kelly Gallup. There's a bunch of these guys around here, and they give us feedback and then of what they like. And so then what we're able to do is tell customers, this is what we sell out there, this is what we sell. So Tennessee, we sell a lot of eddies, and so you get a guy on the phone, we're like, okay, you know, we sell eddies, it's our #1 selling boat. What would you like to drive? Do you want to fish? How many people are you going to have in the boat? So if they say, well, we're going to be 2 anglers and me for a guide, then we'll, you know, walk through that program. If it's a brand new person buying a boat, a lot of times we'll talk to them about how many anglers, rowing experience, what they want in features, and let them do a lot of it is just giving them the information and following up with them and talking them through everything.
Nice way to close the day strong.